I'm no longer actually like messing with people right now. I decided to just sit back and build. Earlier, I took myself on a nice long underwater adventure, and just now, I discovered a new 4x4 that may change the way I play Rust. Hope you guys really do enjoy this build. I like free building, freestyle, just making bases as I go. So hope you like it too. Welcome to the show. Hope you're enjoying this build. If you do like this build and you think it looks nice, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please don't forget. I know I don't talk very much. I'm a pretty quiet person. I just really love to build. Now, the bases that I build, they are usually pretty big bases. I usually get carried away and end up building a giant base. Just FYI. Yeah. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps. We got
Hello.
Hey, how are you now? Hope you're doing good. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. In the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. My brain's thinking too much.
I'm getting Rust this weekend. What's a easy base to build?
I love, yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, you could just do a square and a triangle. For a starter, you could, there's so many. Trust me, you'll be fine. Just, yeah. I mean, just remember this. They're gonna raid you.
You?
And just remember, they're gonna raid you. So,
Oh,
what you should do is practice not getting raided. That's like the most important thing in my opinion when it comes to Rust. Practicing not getting raided. Because I'm telling you, man, those little turds, they crazy. I don't like half jumps, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
I see. So just look poor but have a big enough base for not to raid? Try, cats.
Um, well, I always build big bases. I don't know why. Even what I consider a small base, you would consider a big base, most likely.
Like I watch a bunch of Blueprint and others but it how to play the game for real.
I love playing games. I love blueprints also. I do agree with that statement. For me, it's one of those things where, well, I really like Rust. I like building stuff. To me, building stuff in Rust is where it's at, if that makes sense. There's a place where, hmm. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yay, what's a good server to play?
Um, I mean, really just find a server that it
Turkey
really
assault
just depends
forever.
on you, man. Like I play lots of different types of servers. There's practice servers for you to be able to practice aiming and stuff like that. There's build servers like I like to build bases on, like I'm on Care Bear's build server, and then there's other servers that you go on if you want to actually play like an official server, for instance, if you want to get a lot of grind, or you could go on a
I said
community
turn this
server
shit
with a
off
high
bro.
pop, like there's plenty of different ones. If you want to grind and you don't want to just spawn kits, you can go on official or something like that. If you want a server where you can spawn kits, um, I was playing today on, I don't even know the name of that server. Give me a few minutes to think about it, and I'll tell you what the server was. It has like 100 pop though, whatever it is. I was
Always
just
bro, my
tormenting
bad.
people on it. You're
Good
bad for
IT.
what? You got it. Well, when you
Valor,
asked a
thank
question,
you.
I was going to answer. Peekaboo. All right. Got this sucker here.
Is there a difference between axe with and without the back arm thing?
What's that? Is there a difference between arc with... Uh, I didn't read everything you said, sorry, I tried. Couldn't read it fast enough. Um, I don't know, man. I really haven't played Ark. I've only played it a few times. Uh, but yeah, on Ark you can breed dinosaurs and stuff like that, from what I understand from last night's conversation. Okay, let's see here. I try to teach
Lag test SMTH.
as I'm building, by the way. So like sometimes you'll see me play
Okay.
something, you'll see me break it. It's because I'm trying to teach as I'm building. You kind of understand how the thing works. If you say something in chat and I don't respond right away, it's because I'm focusing. I like to try to focus quite a bit when I'm building these bases. These aren't just like regular bases. These are like really special bases.
I see. I'm trying to follow along but it looks confusing to me lol. Okie dokie.
It looks confusing. Well, it is confusing. It's one of those spaces where you wouldn't normally construct it in one day. Um, on if you would build this on a regular server, this would take you a couple weeks to achieve this, probably with a few teammates. Um, I mean, if you were able to really get your stone and stuff quickly, you could do it. But if you don't, then yeah, this is what you're. Yeah. Really? Very
From the very little Rust fast knowledge I have, that looks lilka a strong a base.
It will be. It will be a strong base when it's finished. It's not finished. But well, yeah, when this is finished, it's yeah. Let me tell. Oh yeah, what a beauty! What a beauty! I think more of Rust building more like an art project, other than you know just a game to play. So, for me, that's how it is.
I see, do you make boats as well?
What's that? So boats as well. Do you make boats as well? I'm on console Rust right now. They don't have boats, unfortunately. I wish. It'd be nice if they did.
Console Rust. There is 2 versions.
Yeah, unfortunately, they didn't think about giving us all the updates all at one time. They have to take their time giving us the different updates that PC has because it's already such a big game. Um, for instance, my game shuts down for overheating purposes all the time. All the time.
Geez, I did not know that.
Yeah, I wish we had everything. Like that machine that sucks loot into a box, for instance. I would love to have that. I would absolutely love to have that on console Rust. But I don't know. It's not our time yet. You know what I mean?
Hopefully they add crossplay in the future.
I hope so, man. I really do. Sure would be nice. Sure would be nice. But until then, I got what I got, so I just deal with it. Now, I will come back through and adjust some of these walls. Just to let you know, those walls aren't all staying solid walls. I'm just trying to get as much of this square foot covered as possible right now. Yeah.
Are you more of a solo or tween player?
Are you more of a solo or? Well, I got a friend that I like to play with, and sometimes I'll meet people on different servers, and we'll just click. I met friends that way, on here, but a lot of times because I have a lot of time on my hands these days, sometimes, and a lot of times I'm on the servers just playing by myself, but um, I do have people that I do play with. Uh, Currently, we've been playing DayZ together. I've been playing it lately, learning it. I'm not very good at it, I should say. Let's see what she's looking like.
I see.
Okay,
I've never played DayZ. What's it like?
really? It's a fun game. I did like it. It's a pain in the butt when you first start. Like I dropped my weapons quite a bit. Quite a bit. I dropped my weapons. So. Like when you go to get into a car, they want you. Like on controller, they want you to hold. Well, what is it? They want you to hold down the square when you're pointing at the seat. But if you're not pointing at the seat directly, you drop your gun on the ground. And if you don't pay attention, you won't even realize it until you're in trouble and need it. So, I mean, but other than that, it's a decent game. It is a decent game. Other than that, yeah, yeah, it is what it is. I like Rust. I put a lot of hours into Rust. Um, it's one of those games for me to where I can just get lost for
That's
hours
a
just
gun mechanic.
playing it, building stuff. Yeah, what do you mean? Oh, you mean dropping the item on the ground instead of instead of just clicking a button and getting in the car? You have to physically hold the button down and you drop your weapon on the ground because it's the same button. Yeah, that does suck. That's stupid. Whoever thought of that was mean. Mean the people that are in a hurry. Like me, for instance, I'm always rushed. I'm always like trying to go fast because I don't know. Something about going slow, I just never really enjoy. Just kidding. Have you ever seen the movie called Holes? You got that kid that has a little twitch every time he sees a car. Like I don't know what happens. I just get a little twitch every time I see a car. Somebody's been playing video games.
Yellow.
I like that movie. same way. Dude, when I was growing up, there was a lot of good movies that they made, like Good Burgers, for instance. I don't know if you've ever heard of Good Burgers. It's Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? Yeah, I love those old movies, man. Somebody play. And I feel like this is one of those bases that if somebody's setting up a raid base, you can go ground level and be able to, have a very awesome opportunity to have plenty of spots to shoot them from. And it's a pretty base. Like I said, when I build these bases, I think of them as like an art project. Obviously, I do think about, are they strong? Because that's important to me as well. But at the end of the day, when you got 10, 20 people rolling up on your base, what the hell are you really going to do if you don't have a strong base? So, I know this, I was playing with this guy on here a couple months back. He was telling me that smaller bases were better because it's harder to manage a big base, because the big bases, there's so much of it. You're only one person, two people, three, four people on a team. You have a giant base. How are you going to cover all of your base? But this is what I say. If you can have a good team, if you can get all the resources, get your base built, finished, have all your turrets set up, all your shotgun traps, all your Tesla coils, all your flame turrets. See, this is the thing. You'll be able to do something that a lot of people can't achieve. You will be able to literally have a big base that is all electrical. You can have it set up to where you know what side the enemy's on at all times. So you can literally be able to go directly to the correct spot. And that's something that I think is good about this. Because, yeah, they might get through the first section of your base. But when your base tells you which section they're in, dude, come on. How can't you defend if you know where they're at? You know what I'm saying? So, anyways.
Yeah, it probably get lost in a big base.
Yeah. Let's see. We'll set that there for a memory. Somebody just bagged me into a base. Ugh. Alright.
I go in and never come out low.
Go in and never come out. Man, I get busy building bases and it feels like I go in and never come out. So I really actually enjoy trying to get out of the base as much as possible. Uh, my teammate, he encourages me from time to time to get out of the base, but we're both base players also, me and my friend, so he's way better at PvP than I am, man. I will say that. I kind of suck at PvP, but I do my best, so it is what it is. Okay, so now we got these things taken care of.
I can feel that. It's the same for me in Minecraft.
Oh man, I should probably play Minecraft because I build, I build, I build a lot on this game. And so yeah, I should probably be playing Minecraft. Yeah, I've thought about it a few times in life actually.
You don't play Minecraft?
I don't have it. I don't have it, and every time I've ever had the money to buy it, a bill or something has always came up. Needed food, gas, something stupid. And so I've never had an opportunity to buy it. But I had like the free version of it, or a free version of it for a little while. And I played it. Uh, but yeah, I wish. I mean, I say I wish, but really, I've never really had the opportunity to actually give it a go. So I really don't know if I like it. But from what I've seen on YouTube, it looks amazing. Minus the graphics. The graphics don't look that great.
Just
But the
get a
actual
loan.
gameplay itself, like being able to build for weeks and months at a time on one single build, or even a year or 2 years, 3 years in the same build. I mean, do you know what I could build in a year or two, like on something like that? That would just be nuts. That would just be
It's
nuts.
like 500x better in Game.
500 times better. Okay. In game. Okay. Well, maybe one day I'll get the game. You know what I mean? I'll try to get it. I'll try to get it. I'll try to put it as a priority for me. Okay.
That's why you need that loan.
That's why I need that loan. What loan? That's why you need that loan. What loan? Man, I can't afford loans. Shit. That's for
Ensure
people
the
with
bank
credit.
will approve it.
Yeah, right.
To get Minecraft OFC.
Nah, man. Loans, that's for rich people. In our economy right now, whether they admit it or not, we can't afford stuff like that. So I sure the hell can't. Maybe other people can, but I sure can't. Too expensive. Loans, yeah, loans are too expensive. Alright, let's go take a peek from the sky real fast. See what we got working with. What we got going on this baby here.
Just get a job and work one shift then quit. Get paid and buy Minecraft.
Yeah, I gotta. I'll work on all that stuff. I actually just had one I left. I'm probably about to go back to a different job that I had because um, I can't afford uh, to drive a certain distance. There's some points in your life when you realize that things are so expensive that going to work financially isn't an option because it's too expensive. And so you have to find a work that is close for transportational reasons. Even if you own your own vehicle, when gas prices are costing $4 a gallon in a state that is used to be the cheapest state in my country, like you kind of start thinking, about how much money you're getting paid. Are you financially able to keep these jobs that you have? That stuff starts occurring whenever you realize that gas is so expensive that $10 doesn't get you very far, and it costs you $20 to drive from your house to work and back home every day. And $20 to a rich person like our president, who's not poor, so he doesn't know what not being able to buy gas looks like, probably. It is what it is. It is what it is. We're broke people. It's what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. And that is what it is. Okay? It is what it is, and that is what it is. Okay? Okay.
Yeah, as soon as I join the workforce it all goes to ick.
Yeah, work is something special. I actually like working. Um, I actually really like working, but sometimes, sometimes you have to make sacrifices, even if you don't want to. Like I had to leave a job that I just got that I actually like, uh, because I can't afford to drive there, and they're unfortunately not able to pay what I would need to be able to work there. And a lot of companies are like that. They can't help it. That's just the way it is. But, yeah. Yeah, you learn to live with it. Deal with it. Be broke. Hey, being broke ain't all that bad though. Don't get it twisted. Just because we're poor don't mean we don't enjoy life. Yeah, we definitely get to enjoy life. Shit.
Yeah, you got
Hope
to
y'all
enjoy
like
it
this
to the
bay.
fullest.
What's that? You like this? You like this bay so far?
It looks good, it definitely get lost in it.
Yeah, I think once it's done, you'll know the path pretty well. But yeah, I could see people getting lost in it. Definitely could see people getting lost in it. Gotta be strong, but it gotta look good too. Ta-da. Just to let you know, this is what it looks like when you spend too many hours on a video game.
How many hours you got on Rust?
On Rust, I have about almost 1,800 on the old gen, and I have almost 1,400 on the new gen, so about 3,100 hours. Took a break for a couple months. This is one of those games where you'll end up spending so much time on it that you absolutely get nothing else done. You have to take a break so that you're able to still remember that life exists outside of pixels. Yeah, this game is addictive because of the building. It's not the PvP. The PvP is part of it. I actually like the PvP when it's fun, but I usually get my butt kicked and it's not that fun. See what I'm saying? Now, I did tweak this base just a little bit, and so
Oh, as soon as I
I
join
might end
PC
up breaking
servers, I'm gonna die from
all these
bored.
roof tiles might end up getting broken off of here, and I might end up building it the way that I originally planned. But I thought about doing this because I'd like to see what it looks like. The only way I'll know is by me doing it. But this isn't the way I normally would build this, or this isn't the way I built it earlier, I should say. But nah, dude, Rust is awesome, man. It's a fun game. I was listening to a video today talking about the guy that made Rust and his journey on how he got where he is. Pretty good. Pretty good journey. I wish I was as cool as that guy. When I say that, I mean, I wish I was like some sort of motivation. Huh? I'm gonna do a low fly. Check for twig. One more twig. Check for here. Alright.
Yeah, I wish I had the motivation to do my math homework.
And math homework's easy, bro. It's easy. Math homework is cake. Alright.
Nua.
Cleaning space on the inside. Lots of beautiful peaks. You can cave your windows off also if you want to. Absolutely. Beautiful base, by the way. Beautiful base, beautiful base. If I say so myself. Well, I think it's a good peak. I also think it's nice to be able to get around in a quick manner.
I agree.
Being able to move around fast is, to me, a good thing. Yeah. Kind of like being able to see outside of your base without getting shot. To me, that's a good thing as well, because you can be able to look before you go. Nice big open space here. You know what we gotta do. Got that big open space in this room.
How do you get skins in Rust?
How do you get skins in Rust? You have to pay money for them. When you first open Rust in the menu, you'll have the option to buy certain skins each month, or yeah, each month the skins will change, and you'll have an option to purchase a different change. Yeah, I know. When you first start, it's gonna if when you first buy it, if you buy the package that I bought, if you buy the version of the game that I bought, you'll get like a $50 credit or a $40 credit, I think it is. And you can use that to, or it might even be a $20 credit. But anyways, you can use that to buy your first
Any free
skins.
stuff?
Yeah, right. That's funny. That's funny. Okay.
Yeah, right is crazy. Oh well. Stalling is always an option.
Yep. Uh, what's that? I apologize. I was uh, thinking about what was next. But yeah, now the skins, they do cost money. But, um, you know, it's one of those things where you don't have to get the skins. If you don't want the skins, you don't have to get the skins.
I can just be a red and steal guns.
That's exactly right. And also, you can take people's doors when they're already skinned. Uh, so, that's pretty good.
Ooh, ow.
See, this is when you first walk in.
Ema
This is your
steals some guy's
downstairs.
base by code rating.
Imagine if you could actually build a base on Call of Duty. That would be epic as shit. If I could build a base on Call of Duty, oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, like if they like, well, okay, so like Rust actually it's a PvP game. It's a physically, it's a PvP game. It's a swinger. It's a swinger, and so you know, yeah, it's a swinger. Goodness. The table's too big. Yeah, it's way too big. It's funny. I don't ever use those except for trap bases. Oh, you ever walk in a base and you see one of those, you better think twice about staying in that base.
You need a bear rug.
You need a bear rug? I do need a bear rug. That's exactly what I need is a bear rug. And a panda rug. Right here in the middle.
Yippee.
You gotta put it there. You gotta put it there. Just like that. Peak purposes. Okay.
I'm a pro builder now. Right?
Are you? Congratulations. That's funny. Hey, the bear rug, that's like where it's at. You know what I mean? You get that bear rug going. Shit. You might as well be a pro builder. Once you put that bear rug on, you know you're pro. That's funny. Okay. Let's
Thank you.
get
I will make a new base
our
metal with this
furniture
stuff.
out of the way real fast. We'll make too many. I actually really do like the skins in this game. I think they're really cool. Huh?
What's that?
What's that? These are industrial conveyor, and this is a storage adapter. So when you want to move items from one object to another object, you have to take and run pipe from this to this or from this to this. So if you're putting it into the object, it goes from here to here. If you're taking it out of the object, it goes from here to here. That's as simple as it is. And you can set it up as ways as you want. You got pipes like this industrial combiner that can help you combine the pipes in the different areas as well as, oh, excuse me, as well as this industrial splitter, which allows you to split.
This seemed
And
complicated.
then you can also run it to this industrial crafter, which you put blueprints in, and it allows you to automatically craft the item you put the blueprint in as it runs the materials through the. We'll get to that though. Or not there yet. Yeah, if we don't get there today, we'll get there.
Very complicated.
Not at all. No, it's not complicated at all. It sounds like it is, but it's really truly not. It's actually so simple, it's ridiculous. I'll tell you what's complicated. Remembering that you have to leave one space open so that you can be able to attach this to the one that's back there. Like that. Now you can daisy chain these together. Now you can put your next one here. Check it out. This one goes to this one. Then you're going to put this on the wall here. You're going to run this to here. You got one going in and you got one coming out. And you daisy chained all of them together. So you connected all the furnaces together,
My
and
brain
then they
hurts
go
already.
into the same spot coming out, and you connected all the furnaces together going in. So now you literally just run the pipes to your loot, wherever your loot, excuse me, wherever your loot's going to be at. You'd want to run your furnace to it, which for me, I'm just going to put 2 drop box above it. Yeah, just like this. And again, you're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to put 2 combiners on there. You're going to daisy chain these together.
You
And
tired, Hunk?
then you'll run it. If I'm not mistaken, which I was. I went the wrong way. This one goes here. And this one goes there, just like that. Now those are running. Now you're going to want to get your battery, or if you don't want to use a battery, you can always just use a generator as needed. Uh, but I do suggest getting a
Sorcery.
battery. Some servers will allow you to have a test battery, or what they call a test generator, and you don't even have to hook anything up to it. This one here fits underneath here, so you can try to squeeze two of them in there, but I don't think you can get two of them in there this direction. You have to turn, them on their side if you're going to put three of them under there. And then again, you can do the exact same thing that you did with the other one. Okay, get that one, get that good. And if I'm not mistaken, if I put them in there right, yeah, you can get the third one in there. But before you do, you're going to want to daisy chain this. Or if you don't want to daisy chain your batteries together, then you're going to go to your electrical, and there's a few things that you could do. Which, this is the most practical. Just to grab some of these. You can just run them straight to the wall if you wanted to. Yeah. Same thing with that one. Because you're going to use 3 batteries. You're going to connect that one. And they did add the feature to where I can now stick this here and then still attach my wire to it, even though I had to switch from the wire to something else, so that's a good thing. Okay, now that you did that, there's a couple things you could do. You could run the power to the splitter right here, or you could run the power to this, depending on what excuse me, depending on what you're trying to power, depends on what you need to do. And I do suggest, um, if you're able to, I do suggest crafting just a simple regular switch so you can turn your stuff on and off if you need to. So you can hover over it, you see there's 150 power, and that's a lot of power. So I want to do this, and then I'm going to run this one to here. We're going to configure this one to 50. There should be plenty of power for these items that's in here. That's going to leave me with 100, which we will now put on the splitter that we're going to flip upside down. We're going to run the power out to the splitter, and we're going to run the empty power is now going to run to this splitter here. And you can just put a bunch of those out, or you can get a bunch of them. You'll just get 2 of those. It's easy. It's less on your wall if you just do 2 of these. So you want to put it down low enough that you can attach that one. Now I like to do it like that, but you can do it however you really feel fit to do it. Okay, we're going to run 40 power to this one. Now this is the thing. Now that you did that, you physically cannot get back there to be able to excuse me. You can't physically get back there anymore to be able to plug all your stuff in. So you have to do your electrical before you put your batteries down. You have to physically run all your walls first, all your stuff first. And the same thing with the daisy chaining on this one here. To my knowledge, you shouldn't be able to get electrical to the back side of the furthest one. You can get it on this, but you can't get it on that. So what you have to do, and it's no big deal, you leave those 2 out, and that allows you to be able to run to this back wall. You can go here, that corner, and if you just fish for a second back there. Hold on. Okay. Won't let me unless I take this one out. But this is what you're looking for right there is where it says power in. So sometimes you can be able to get it right through the wall. Sometimes you can't. So that's fine. Break that. And now we can get power to this. And we go over here. We're going to run that to the wall. And we get power to this. Same thing, we're going to run this over there and power that one. Now, we're going to change how much power comes to that because it doesn't need that much, but we will give it 30 just for the heck of it. Okay, and then we're going to let the rest of this power come out to here, and that's going to be configured to 60, allowing this one to now have 10 power each for the next three that we would replace those ones with. So yeah, you're gonna place it back where you had it before, except this time before you before you place it down, you're gonna want to go ahead and run your electrical. However you want to do it, it doesn't have to be perfect. You want to go ahead and run your electrical for this one, and you want to go ahead and run your pipe for this one. Okay. Now it's not going to be pretty, but that's okay. Run that there. Hop back to the pipe. Plugged it in. Okay. Now this has power running to it, and now you'd be ready for the next one. And all those are powered in. So at this point, you're gonna go ahead. I thought I made an extra one. There you go. And you're gonna go ahead and run your power from your next branch. And then you can put your next furnace down because you no longer have to reach behind it. You're just getting a daisy chain from that one to this one. And then from this one to this one. And then you're going to run your last power to that branch there. Now that is hooked up, but you have to have your out going out. And it's going to go here. There that is. That one's still hooked up. Okay, so now, so far, you got an automatic system. You can put all your ore in there, and it's going to automatically go through here, and it's going to turn it all into melted ore of whatever kind you have. Then, this is where it gets all fun and fancy. Fun and fancy right now, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to get fun and fancy. This is something that I like to do. I like to tie my system into my charcoal furnaces system. And the reason why, come on now, the reason, put that, it's blocking me. Okay, that was weird. Okay, now you're going to tie that into your charcoal furnaces, and the reason why you want to do this is because now it's going to make it a whole entire automatic smelting process to where you don't run out of charcoal either. Um, and I don't know about you, but running out of charcoal seems to be a terrible decision whenever it comes to wanting to raid somebody. So, just thought I'd throw that out there for you. And the same thing, just like you would put it on the front of those or the front of the boxes, you can also put them on the top of the boxes, as well as if you have it face the right direction, you put it on the side of the boxes. So you're just going to put that on the top. And again, you're going to daisy chain this one to this one. Now, personally, I'd like to have both of these filled up, and because of that, you're going to want to run your pipe all the way to this one and slowly work your way back to those ones. But I was just wanting to show you first, and so go ahead and get those loaded up. Run that to this one. We're going to do that. We'll just go from here, right there again, go here, 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 here. There you go. Now you can go ahead and throw your third furnace down here. Put your last piece on the puzzle. Run that one to this one. Run this one. To that one. Now you can run this one. Back through here. Into there. Now that you've gotten that done, you can come over here. You will look at your splitters, make sure that everything you want to have power has power. Let's go ahead and make sure. Yes, this goes to here. So now we're going to run this one, and we will run it over to here. And we'll run this one, because I don't care what the wiring is looking like. We'll just run it there like that. Super simple. Now, if the wire really bothers you, I can move it, but anyways. Okay, now, if you click on a wire, and you'll notice when you switch, it's still connected, and you don't want it to be connected, what you can do is pull the wire out of your hand and put it back in your hand. It'll be normal again. Okay, so we're going to unhook that. We're going to run that power better. There it is. Now we can put our batteries in. Again, you're going to want to get these as far as you can. With the pipe in the way, we might not be able to get 3. So remember that. That's why I didn't really worry about the wiring, because I knew we were going to yeah, just like that, everything's already plugged in. Okay, yeah. 2. Go ahead. This wire in. This one. Let's see if we can still fit it in. We can. So we will. Grab the power out. here and make sure that that one's still connected there, this one's still connected there, everything's powered on. So now everything's powered on, you're going to want power going into this branch. So now you're going to want to do a couple things. You can place another one of these on the ground here. And if you're like me, you can just simply use one of these suckers here. But I get so much low grade, it really don't matter. I usually always use these if I'm on a server and I don't have a test generator. I'm going to use one. I always want to use these because they're cheap to get at outposts, and you can always get plenty of fuel from outposts. That's two things that makes it. Okay, now you notice every time I go to start it, it turns itself off. Show you. You power out, force stop, empty. Power out, power out. This is what you want. That is going to go to here, which then you can run to splitter, which I guess you don't have to use this if you're going to go straight to the splitter. If you're going to use the splitter, you don't have to use the, so we can get rid of that, because we're not going to use that. But we are going to use the splitter. So, because it's going to be faster, just to let you know, that's why I decided to use it. There you go. Now, as long as this is on, this is going to have power. It's going to charge these. So these should start going up. Power. It's going down because it has so much usage right now. Because of all the furnaces that are hooked up to it currently. But normally you would want to hook solar panels or even windmills up to your base. Yeah. Well, the server must be resetting. Thanks for watching. I enjoyed it, and next time, if you want me to build more bases, big or small, give me a comment in the next video you see.